So yes, I'm a school librarian up in Scotland, and I'm busy prepping for Empathy Day 2024. What I really want in my school is an empathy focus. I want my library to be at the heart of that, but I want it to be a whole school thing. And the thing I'd start off by saying is that the kids still talk about Empathy Day from last year. So it's not a sort of flash in a pan. The kids talk to me consistently about books in terms of empathy, whereas, before last year, they may not have known what that word was. For me, the lead up to Empathy Day is just as important as the day itself. I'm trying to get as many students involved and excited as possible. So I get the Read for Empathy collection in as soon as I can once it's announced. And so since February, that's had sort of premium display space in the library. I've had students sort of making displays around it about what empathy is. Been producing posters for some of the books in digital skills lessons just to sort of get them seeing what they are. And some of them have been reading and reviewing them for the school newspaper. And at the same time, I'm trying to make parents aware. So we've sort of been putting a few things on social media, but also advertising the collection in sort of library and school newsletters that are going home. We've also launched a reading challenge this year in our school that's open not just to students, but to parents and staff as well. And we've put the empathy sort of books at the heart of that to try to get these messages and some of these books read, not just by the kids, but also at home. Often, the reading starts and that encouragement starts at home, not just in school. So we want that sort of that message from everywhere. But of course, the day itself, we want to be really big, and I do want my library to be a part of it, but it has to be a whole school thing from my point of view, and so that brings out lots of different discussions and opinions. So we'll start off with a sort of whole school assembly, and then essentially I just ask as many departments from across the school to get involved in whatever way they can, sort of big or small. Because I think if students have their empathy lens multiple times a day from different perspectives and from different subjects, I just think it leads to that much deeper understanding and a much deeper level of thinking. Our English department always go really big. My favourite department in the school, but I don't tell them, is the modern languages department, who take those empathy exchange questions and the discussions that they've had, and they bring those into sort of German and French. And so they've had those discussions already, but now they're thinking about them again and how to put them in other languages, and just reinforces that message. And of course, a lot of the work's already made with the Empathy Lab resources and the live events. I'm really excited for the character prompts this year, which the English department are going to be using. Also on the day, I tried to get the library to be as fun as possible. I'm not going to break a successful thing. Last year, I challenged the students to do all of the English and empathy challenges in the library within that lunchtime, and it worked really well. So I set up different stations, and they'll be doing that again. And so I try to have those manned by students. So on one side of the library, you might have a sixth year and a first year having empathy exchange discussion. On another side, you've got students making resolutions. Elsewhere, they're doing the emotion maps as a big school thing. And it's just collaborative, it's fun, but it's got a really important message behind it. So yeah, great initiative. Love the books, love what the publishers are doing, love the message, and from what I can see, it's got really good impact.